So hi everyone, this is Drastic Ed from the Achievement Squad, coming at you with a 100% walkthrough for the indie title, Aery, the Little Bird Adventure. So, just to give you guys a heads up, there's a full spoiler warning effect because I show you the game from start to finish. But as part of this video, I will show you how to get every single achievement in the game. There is a grand total of 10 achievements and they're pretty much given to you for completing the level. Now the premise of completing each level is to pick up all of the feathers that you can find along the way. Each feather, there's probably anything ranging from 1 to maybe 13 to 14 at best. But it's pretty straightforward. So straight into the first level. So this level itself is actually very short, so it's only going to take you a few minutes to complete. Once the actual game is loaded in, you'll get a little bit of an idea of how to control the bird. You can die in this by crashing into stuff, but it just puts you right back at the start of the level. It's a very straightforward game that's not going to take you very long to do. We are looking at roughly maybe 30 to 40 minutes in total. So the first thing that you need to do in this level is you literally just need to follow the path forward, so going across all of the islands, just pretty much fly in a straight line. Eventually you can turn to the right and you will see a large owl at the end of all of the rocks. This large owl will have a feather and a bit of story in front of it, so you want to pick up the feather and that will allow you to progress to the next level. Okay, so once you're getting close to Owl Island, you will see a little feather that is just in front of you. Fly on down, it's above the rocks. This is the only feather in this level, and when you pick this one up, it will finish this area for you and it will take you through into level 2. You'll bag yourself an achievement at the same time for completing the first level of the game. Okay, so now we're in level 2. There is a grand total of 14 feathers that you're going to need to find in this one to get the level to finish. Straight away, as you can see ever so slightly to your left, the first feather is above the rocks. So fly on over to this one, fly through it just to pick it up, nice and easy. And straight away by Stonehenge, you will see the second feather. So fly down and grab that one. Fly up a little bit and look to your right, and the third feather is going to be by the palm tree. Once you've got this, you want to fly to the island that is on the right here, just so slightly, and you're going to go in between the rocks just before you hit the island. Okay, so as you go between these rocks, you will find feather number 4. And straight ahead of you is a little bit difficult to spot, but fly in a straight line from those rocks, you will see the next feather. Grab this one, and once you've picked that one up, take a bit of a sharp left, and above Stonehenge number 2, you're going to find the 6th feather, and then straight away to your right and down, you'll find feather number 7. Look to your right and you'll see this kind of like little beachy area, and keep flying down and you'll spot this pier. At the end of the pier is feather number 8, and then as you pick up feather number 8, you want to pull up and fly over to the tower that is on the right hand side to find feather number 9 on top of this tower. As you fly over that one, you will see down on the small rock out to sea feather number 10. You want to grab this one as you're going. Once you have feather number 10, keep flying to the rock that's directly in front of you. On top of that rock you are going to find feather number 11, and you can already see it to the left hand side, feather number 12. So grab that feather in front of you, fly down to the left, and you'll get feather number 12. As you do that, you want to take a right around this rock pinnacle that is directly in front of you, and straight ahead on the rock on the beach shore you'll find number 13, and then look up to the palm tree. It's a little bit harder spot because of the white sky. This is feather number 14. Once you grab this one, you'll bag yourself the achievement for completing the second level. Okay, so now we're entering level number 3, which is the canyons. For this one, you want to keep flying in a straight line from where you come in. This is a little bit of a maze, this area, but follow what I do on the screen and you should be absolutely fine. You want to head down to the water surface, and as you're going through here, your first feather is a little of the way in, but it will spot it on top of a rock close to the water. Okay, so now we're getting closer to the first feather of the level, and once you've flown over this one here, just look to the left a little bit and you'll spot feather number 2. So grab feather number 1, this is 1 out of 10 for this area. Fly to the left and you will spot feather number 2, which you want to grab, and then you want to take a bit of a right, watching out for the pillars as you're going forward, because if you crash into one of these you'll have to endure that long flight from the beginning again. But staying close and low to the water, and as you're hanging a right you will spot number 3 just slightly ahead behind these pillars here. And as soon as you have feather number 3, literally go in a straight line and you're going to find feather number 4. Now for the 5th feather, look to the 2 very chunky pillars that you've got right down at the very end. Fly in a straight line for quite some way, and you want to grab the 5th feather off of the top of the lighter, taller pillar. Once you've grabbed that one, you're going to need to do a 180 and we're going to go back into the canyon. So now that you have feather number 5 and you're flying back into the canyon, you need to hang a right. So there's a little bit of a flight to go first of all, but stick to the right hand side and you'll come across a path where you can turn in off of the, not going back to where you started from. So hang a right, and it's kind of close to the water. You will find another feather as you're coming around. So just in this area here, on top of that pillar, grab this one, and that is feather number 6. And as you're flying straight forward, there is a pillar directly in front of you. On top of there is the feather number 7. Look to your left ever so slightly and you'll see 2 small pillars sticking out of the water. Feather number 8 is on top of this one. So once you have feather number 8, take a left and we're going to go into another section of the canyon area. And as you're flying in a straight line, you eventually come across feather number 9. It is on the pillars straight ahead of you. Okay, now that you have feather number 9, the feather number 10 is quite a mission away, so you're going to need to fly in a straight line down this canyon for quite some time. And as you start to get closer to the feather, you'll see it in the middle pillar on this section, so it's on the slightly slanted purple pillar in the middle. Once you grab this one, this will bag you the achievement for completing the 3rd level, the canyons. Okay, so now we are into level 4, which is insanely harder than all of the other levels so far. Not that hard. When you kick off this level, you want to take off by going in a straight line, head to the left a little bit, over the rocks, and straight in front of you, you eventually spot this kind of drain pipe looking like thing. So as you're coming over the top of it, first feather out of number 10 is on top. Look to your right and you're going to see some trees that haven't quite rendered on my screen yet correctly, but head down to the floor and there is a river ahead of you and you're going to find feather number 2 out of 10 on this river. Keep following the river around and you're going to spot just to your right another feather above the rocks and kind of in between the trees, just off of the river path itself. Once you've grabbed this one, fly up and you're going to get the most difficult of the feathers in the game. Over the top of the rocks and down below there is a feather number 4 between the train tracks. You need to fly through this tiny little gap. If you hit it, don't worry about it, you'll just restart the level again. Fly up over the tops of the rocks and you'll find feather number 5 straight ahead of you. And then once you've got that one, you want to follow the canyon around to feather number 6. Once you've picked up feather number 6, look to your left and on top of this very large pillar you will find the feather number 7. So fly on up to this one, and feather number 8 and 9 are to the left of this one. So once you get that one, do a bit of a hard left, and above the farm you will spot feather number 8 and you want to fly down to get this one here. So it's just above this archway in front of you. You can see feather number 9 to your right. So swoop down, grab those 2, and once you have grabbed feather number 9, you want to make your way up to the top of the pyramid that is on the right hand side of feather number 9. The feather at the top of the pyramid, right on the very point, is incredibly difficult to spot. However, it's not too bad once you get closer. It's the sky that washes out the feather and you can't see it correctly. Okay, so now that you have picked up that last feather, you'll bag yourself the achievement called the Lost Forest, and this is going to move you across into level number 5 now, which is in kind of a little bit of a city area. So the beginning part of this one, you'll need to fly between the rocks that are straight ahead of you for quite some time before we come across the first collectible. Okay, so now that you're hitting this main area, as you're flying in, you will see a river straight ahead of you. Swoop down to the river, and above the bridge that is just covering it, you will find the first feather of number 13 in this level. Grab that one and keep flying down, and to your left you're going to spot feather number 2 in the burnt out kind of woods area. Once you've grabbed that one, you're going to need to do a quick 180 degrees, watching out for the trees as you do it. And you're going to fly back towards the stone pillars just here, and in between the stone pillars, it's a little bit hard to spot, you will find feather number 3. Once you've got that, fly past the trees and start going towards the bamboo, or the tall sticks that you've got here. And once you start to see the red trees, take a left and go underneath. You will find alongside the grass, again it's a bit difficult to spot, feather number 4. Once you've picked that one up, turn around again, and we're going to get feather number 5 from the kind of foot of the mountain area. As you exit this section, fly up and over the bamboo and keep going in a bit of a straight line, and on top of the rock you will see feather number 5. Once you've picked up that feather, you want to fly up to the top of the cliff to your left, and directly in front of the tree of life, as they call it in the achievement, you will find the 6th feather. And now that you have feather number 6, head down the path, and you want to fly all the way down to the bottom, and as you're going down, you can't see it just yet, but feather number 7 is about halfway down. And as you're coming down, you're going to spot a path that goes underneath the bridge, and you will find feather number 8 directly underneath this one. So swoop down, go close to the floor. Remember, if you hit the floor, you don't die, you'll just restart the level from the beginning. All feathers will still be intact. Once you've picked that one up, look to your right, and there's going to be some stairs kind of going up, some stairs made out of bamboo, that is. And you can see it just on your right hand side now. There is a feather kind of halfway up between 2 wood burners. Once you've picked that one up, take a left, and we're going to fly over the walls into a courtyard. Okay, so be a little bit careful as you're coming into the courtyard, just not to crash into anything, because you don't want to start again. Swoop down, and you will see just above the trees the feather number 10. You want to exit out either via the top or through the doorway like I do, if you want to live life on the edge a little bit. Keep flying towards the tall tower, and at the top of the spire you will find feather number 11. Once you've got this one, you want to take a left, and you want to swoop down towards the pathway that runs through the village. It's a very difficult to spot feather on this path, so as you're coming in to the path, take a right, and you'll see it just on the floor here. It is not easy to see at all. Keep following the path around, and eventually you'll see these kind of huts and bamboo sticks in front of you. Fly over the top of that and the pond that is there, and go down on the other side, and in between the bamboo shoots you are going to find feather number 13. So at this point, if you've been following along and everything's gone to plan, you're going to bag yourself 2 achievements. One, the Tree of Life for completing the Hidden Valley level, and you're going to get a second achievement at this point as well for progressing to the Rocky Roads area in the game, Mountain Exploration. So once you've done that, you're going to kick this off, and we're going to fly through this next area. This is a very straightforward area, and it doesn't require me to give you too much input, as it's pretty much a straight line the whole way. So every feather is underneath one of these archways, one of these Japanese looking archways, pretty much the whole way through. So there are a total of 9. First one is straight ahead of you as soon as you come into the area. Keep flying straight forward. There is some text on the screen that makes it a little bit difficult to see. It's not too bad, but fly across the house, and here on the left hand side, just to the top of the mountain, you're going to spot number 2 out of 9. And straight away behind that, you're going to spot number 3. So pick up number 2, straight away you're going to see number 3 and keep flying forwards to that one. And straight after number 3, you're going to see number 4 up the top right hand side here. Okay, and number 5 is just over the top of the rocks here. This one's actually a little bit missable because it's quite hidden by the mountain. Fly on down, pick up number 5 and take a little bit of a right and go up. At the top of the mountain area, you're going to see feather number 6 for you to grab, and shortly after you'll spot number 7 just in the distance on the right hand side. Now that you have number 7, take a left and you will spot number 8 across in the distance. And as soon as you've picked up number 8, you want to take a bit of a right and you're going to spot number 9 pretty much straight away. As you can see it right now, it's already starting to render on the screen. Fly forward, pick up number 8 and take a right to go get number 9. Once you've completed this area, you will bag yourself another 100G achievement. We are now in level number 7 of the game. We are getting fairly close to getting that full 1000G. So as this one kicks off, take a right, admire the flying whales, because yeah. On top of the rocks on the right hand side, where there's a little floating island with lots of trees, you're going to find feather number 1 of this level. Once you've picked that one up, head over to the right slightly and you're going to see 2 pillars in the distance. You want to go over to those 2 pillars, and in between those 2 pillars you're going to find feather number 2 out of 9. As soon as you've grabbed this one, take a left and start flying back into the arena. The clouds that appear around you are going to make it very tricky to see. Fly back past the pillars that you just went through, and you'll spot another 2 pillars grouped together in the distance. On another island, keep flying forward and you are going to find feather number 3 atop another small pile of rocks amongst the trees. Okay, now that we have feather number 3, we are going to go after feather number 4, because that's how counting works. Fly straight forward and you're going to see the pink pillar ahead of you, and there is a second pink pillar to its left. Start flying towards that one, and in front of that pillar is a small pile of rocks, and you will find feather number 4 on top of that pile of rocks. So the next feather, feather number 5, is straight ahead of you pretty much, but it's a bit of a distance to fly. So go between the floating islands with the trees on them, and you'll see what would appear to be in the beginning a white pillar, but as you get closer it's going to change to pink. And yet again, in front of that pillar is a small pile of rocks with another feather on top of it. Now that you have feather number 5, turn to the left and look straight ahead. So it's a straight 90-degree left turn that you want to do. Keep flying forwards and you'll see 2 more pillars that are kind of in front of you. There's one behind the other, but right in front of those pillars again is another feather for you to fly down and pick up. And now for feather number 7, take a right from the last one and you want to keep going in the straight line, and you'll see these kind of hoops of rocks in front of you. Keep flying in a straight line, and as you get closer to these hoops of rocks you are going to spot a small stack of red rocks, and on top of those red rocks you're going to find the next feather number 7 of this level. From feather number 7, as soon as you got that one, take a sharp left. You'll see another tall pink pillar in the distance. Start making your way over to that one, and you can probably already make it out, is feather number 8 is on top of that small stack of rocks. Once you've picked this one up, you want to take a sharp 90-degree turn to your right, and you're going to look into the distance in towards the clouds, and you're going to see these 3 pillars that are in the kind of the background. Start making your way to the highest pillar, and it's very well hidden, but at the top of the highest pillar you're going to find feather number 9. This will finish the level and bag you achievements. And now we are in level 8. There are only a total of 4 feathers in this level. This one actually comes across as a little bit tricky to navigate because of the amount of stars and everything kind of being bright white around the feathers. However, it's very straightforward. From the beginning, just fly in a straight line as you're coming forward. You can't crash in this level, which is quite nice. You'll find feather number 1. From feather number 1, keep going straight and you will find feather number 2 pretty much in a straight line with it. Now that you have feather number 2, take a right and look towards these floating kind of islands, and you want to go for the middle one that is kind of the lowest down. So take that right, fly down, and on top of another small pile of star rocks you are going to find feather number 3, and straight from that you will find another feather number 4. So pick up 3, fly up, take a right, and you're going to see another feather number 4 in the distance. It is right by the big owl. This is the last feather that you need to collect for all of the achievements in the game. I've been Drastic Ed from the Achievement Squad. If you found this guide useful, drop us a like, comment and subscribe, and happy hunting!